Yo, what's up, Tater Nation? I'm here with the Vibe ShearWater 125 to show you guys an easy way to do a temporary or permanent mount of your FishFinder on your new ShearWater. Stick around. Quick and easy. Let's go. Alright guys, so here I am with my Vibe ShearWater 125 in Raven, Team Raven, let's go. And I've done a quick and easy install on the FishFinder with just the electronics pod as the amazing portion of all of this. It contains everything. Now the reason why I'm doing this video, because there's probably a ton of these out there. There's a lot of new ShearWater owners that are coming into play, getting that boat, getting ready to get on the water, and this is a very simple, very easy way to get your FishFinder installed and ready to go. Like I said, it can be permanent or it can be temporary, just to see if you like it here in this position and having everything all together. Completely up to you. But what I did is I have the wiring, I have the battery, and I have the transducer all installed on this pod, including the nice Garmin 93 SV sitting up top. But this allows me to pull this entire unit out. And the reason why I like this is if you want to go inside and do any of those updates, or if you're like me and you like to pre-fish on the computer before you pre-fish on the lake, you can actually power this unit up, take it inside, bring up Google Maps, bring up your topo charts. You can look at everything that you like on there, and then rather than having to find those on this little map on the screen or finding them while you're out on the water, you can go ahead and mark them right here on your device before you ever leave the house. And it's amazing because you have these areas marked that you want to check out. You can get out there and zip around on the lake, especially those of you with the trolling motors or the pedals. Get out there and find your spots, check them out in person, remove the mark, or make a little bit different markings, change things up, make some more marks in those areas, but it'll let you pre-fish from the house with your FishFinder. You don't have to go and take the chip in and do this or that. You can just take this right next to your computer, boop, 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 bang, there you go. But what I did is, like I said, I have everything inside of the unit. It's pretty common at this point, but I did a very simple installation on this just to get my kayak out on the water and to see if I was even going to like the graph on my pod. I know a lot of anglers like to have the graphs over here next to their seats, so they're easy to get to. But I really enjoy having it up right here within arm's reach. Very easy to move. I can maneuver this, based on if I'm standing, if I'm sitting, I can push it out further, put it back further if I'm pedaling, move the seat up. Lots of different options having it on this particular spot here. One of the things that I really enjoy about this is if you're traveling, you're going to a store after you get off the water, you don't have any components of your FishFinder in the truck or in the boat. It's all right here. As you see, it's still working right now in my hand. So what I did is I got the ram mount FishFinder arm here, so it's adjustable in basically 360 degrees. I have the cords ran through the lid, and you just pop the top of this off and look down inside, and you see my batteries right there. All the cordage is wrapped tight and down in the bottom of this container. Now it does remove some of your storage inside of this, which can be a hindrance, but I made that sacrifice to have portability. We'll clip that back up. You see my transducers on the bottom, and I did drill a little notch right here to run the transducer cable down. So everything it fits right here, it's perfect, and it drops right down in the hole with no issues. So the biggest things about this kind of installation is you are going to have to drill holes in the top. You see I did get a grommet to fit around these wires. So basically you drill a hole large enough to fit your transducer port through it. You cut the fuse holder off of the power side, and then once you've ran it through, you splice it back together. And then right here you take the same drill bit and you just drill out a little notch in the back, which I put another grommet in to keep it from rubbing the cable. as it may move vibrations and whatnot. But you do all that, and then you just put these little grommets on here to keep it somewhat watertight, or you can get the through-hole mounting kits that make them way more watertight than what I have it. But this works for me. The only thing is I had to add some extensions for the transducer mount. So let me go ahead and show you guys what that looks like from underneath the boat so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay guys, so under here you see that the transducer does come down. Vibe was so gracious enough to provide us this cutout for our transducer under the electronics pod. The front keel protects this from me running over any stumps or logs from it banging right into my transducer. But the important thing to do with a side imaging transducer is to make sure that you've got a majority, if not all, of the transducer underneath the hull of the boat. Now there's different opinions on this from what I've read online, but what I've seen, the most common statement is you need to have the very top of your transducer up here by the mounting plate. That needs to be at level or under the level of your hull, and that will give you a clear image shoot on both sides of the boat. So in order to do that, I did need to use some extra material, and I know there's a few options that are coming out, but right now there's nothing production that I was really happy with. So I made my own on a very inexpensive route. Show you guys that in just one sec. All right, so like I said, I needed to add a little bit of material here. So what I did is I got a very inexpensive $8 or $9 piece of cutting board from Walmart, and I was able to cut 2 sheets of this out to the shape of the transducer mount. So they gave me about a little over ½ inch. I want to say it's about 5/8 of an inch extension on this. That made it perfect to where this flat area here for the mount is dead center even with the hull of my boat. So I used 2 sheets of that, and I got some longer M5 screws. It bolts up perfect. I just zip tied the transducer cable right here. It is tight enough to hold it in place, but I can still slide this if I need to, so it's not crimping that cable down, and it makes it a perfect shot. And like I said, the portability on this is awesome. You guys can see that it is still reading right now, although we're not in water, but you can do whatever you need to. Take this inside, bring up your charts, then you can go into your navigation chart here and go around. Obviously there's no water here, so we go over to the local lake. We can go down and we can find our waypoints on the topographical maps, and we can set a mark right here, change the waypoint, boom, there we go. We hit back, and now we've got a waypoint set on the lake. Now once we go out in the water, we can find those highlights, those hot spots that we see on the map that we think are going to be good. Check them out and pre-fish them before the tournament. All right guys, there you have the install of quick and easy install of your FishFinder on the Vibe ShearWater 125. One thing I did like about the Scotty mount that I used, I know I said ram mount earlier, this is a Scotty mount. It's very versatile. So when I'm in the seated position, like I would be right here, I've got this kind of leaning forward. It's not in the way of my feet. My paddle holder sits just in front of it for when I'm standing up. When I stand up, I can just loosen this up a touch and spin this thing back, and then kick the front forward, like so. Now I have it locked in to where I'm looking down and forward instead of looking straight down at my feet while I'm fishing. Having the Bixby on here, I'm able to stand up, kind of zoom around a little bit with the trolling motor. It's super easy install to do, guys. Doesn't take very long at all. The most expensive part is going to be your mount for the FishFinder itself. I can get the link for that down in the description, along with the links for the social medias. Make sure to come check us out over on Twitch, where we're broadcasting 3 to 6 days a week, weather dependent, and including tournament days. We'll be out there broadcasting. You can come hang out, talk with us live. If you're in the office, you can just have it up, listen to some conversation and some nice ambiance. But we're doing that over at twitch.tv/originaltech. Again, all of those links will be down in the bottom in the description. Come check us out, guys. We'd love to have you hang out. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, any of that stuff, make sure to leave those down below. I try to answer those as they come in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. We'll be having some more ShearWater videos, more kayak videos, and more fishing videos coming up soon. As you guys probably already know, time is always of the essence, and it's the hardest part to deal with. So I'm out of here for today. Again, ShearWater 125, Team Raven. Let's go. Tight lines, guys. Nothing but love for y'all. Peace.